Hello everybody and welcome back to the channel. So I've been shopping on M&S again. They've dropped their spring collection. I'm so excited to show you what I picked up. Now, as you know, on this channel I like to get my money's worth out of every single item, so I'm going to be showing you several ways how to style all of the pieces, and if that's something you like, consider subscribing because we do this a lot on this channel. So yeah, let's get straight on into the video. Gosh, you will have to excuse me, I'm full of cold and I've just been ill for the past 2 weeks. I'm catching every bug that's going at the moment, but let's get on into the video because these clothes will definitely cheer me up. The first item that I got was this gorgeous blue dress. I love this light colour blue. I think it just helps make my eyes pop when I'm wearing it, and I was inspired to get this dress after wearing this one a lot last season. So this was from Marks and Spencer's last year. It's washed lovely, it looks like new to be honest, and this looked like a very similar cut, so I've gone for this. I feel like this will be a midi slash maxi on me. It's a slightly longer dress. Personally, that's what I like. I've got children, I need to be able to bend down to pick them up. I can't be having the wind for, you know, blows away. I need to look like nice, put together, but it's still got to be practical. Love how this is finished off. It's got really beautiful puffed sleeves, and it's got this gorgeous, I don't know what the detail is actually called, but this gorgeous kind of like crochet style detail around here. There's a button at the back to help you get it on over your head, and then there is also a zipper down the side here, so you can slip it up over your hips. If you're like me, I have bigger hips. Now, when I pulled this dress out, I thought, oh my goodness, this looks so much smaller than I thought it was going to be, because I have gone for the 8 because I do have problems with stuff not fitting on the shoulders but then being too tight on the hips. I was hoping it was going to be a little bit more flowy outy. However, as I was unsure about it and I didn't know whether to show this item first, I did quickly try it on. Now, as always with the rest of the items, I will talk about them first, then try them on, and I'll give you updates after, and you'll see the parts after these clips. This is gorgeous. I did just about get it on, but I'll talk about the fitting of it later. You can definitely dress this up and down. I've worn this dress, for example, to brunches, I've worn it shopping, I've worn it to drop the kids off, I've worn it to a christening. So it is one of those dresses, and I think this one is going to be exactly the same, where it's so versatile, the cut is so classic that not only can you wear it lots this year, you're going to be wearing it for years and years to come. So yeah, great investment piece. I just absolutely love it. I'm not sure, they might even have different prints of this. Worth checking out if you're not such a fan of like the blue and the florals, but absolutely gorgeous for me. Right, this blue dress, I absolutely love the colour of it. Like I've said recently, I'm trying to add more and more colour into my wardrobe because I feel like it just gives a little bit of vibrancy. I think I've worn beiges and blacks and neutrals for so long. I'm so excited to be adding these coloured pieces in, and this is a really lovely number. So a little bit about the fit. So the shoulders fit absolutely fine, and this is where my problem lies, but I'm going to admit the belly is a little bit tight. Now, if I was to pull the dress down to where it should be, that is very, very tight. In fact, I think it would actually just ride up. So what I have done is I've sort of pulled the waist up and tucked it under to create an empire line, and I'm not mad at it. It does crease a little bit, you might have seen that in the try-on clips, but it is sort of flowy outy at the bottom, and it's so feminine and so gorgeous. What I would say is then, if you're like me, maybe consider getting both sizes if you can and just seeing which one fits you better. The shoulders and the arms fit lovely because these are elasticated sleeves as well, so really comfy around the arms, and I wouldn't want it to be any bigger, any more off my shoulders than it already is. So I think this might be the solution for me. I could even put a little belt on underneath just to make sure that that stays in place. Now it like fits and then it flares out. It's so beautiful. It's not see-through at all. I wouldn't recommend wearing dark knickers under it though. I did have some black pants on and there was a little bit of shadow, so I would recommend wearing something a little bit lighter than black, but it's not see-through. It's quite lightweight. It's lovely. I loved it dressed up. I liked it dressed down, and I do apologise if you see my trainers in this clip. They really do need a wash, but it's just realistic. I literally wear those trainers every day, so they're absolutely battered. And in terms of the tummy area, I have been so ill for the past 2 weeks, and all I want to do when I'm ill is eat naughty food. So I'm hoping that my little pooch will go down a bit over the next couple of weeks, and this will fit me better because I think I'm going to keep this because it is just so nice. I can see me wearing it so much. I would say there's just less room in this one than the dress that I got last year. But yeah, and also another thing is the button at the back. It did take me a little while to get the button done up, so if you struggle with fiddly things, as long as you've got somebody that can help you, this dress will be absolutely fine. But overall, Absolutely love it, look fantastic. I think this would look fantastic to any summer event. So dresses are probably the most hard-working item in my wardrobe in summer. Personally, I just like to throw them on, not have to worry about other items as such. Obviously, they're very easy to accessorise, very easy to dress up and down. So I've gone for another one, and I've gone for a checked button-down dress. It's got a tie waist as well, so they've actually tied it at the front. You can also just pop it around and tie it at the back. Again, this is another long dress, so it's really practical if you're a mum like me, or you don't like having your legs out. I have to admit, I'm not somebody who likes having my arms and legs out very much. I'm quite a cold person naturally, so even in the warmer months I kind of like to be quite covered. This has like a frill around the bottom as well, so it's still really feminine and girly, even though it is a little bit longer and it is covering all of you. I still think I feel very pretty in this. The buttons are like these pearlescent style buttons, which I really like. On some cheaper items of clothing, buttons like this can often be white and it can look a bit stark, especially when you've got like a darker brown colour in the check. But I just think this is gorgeous. You can definitely wear this to picnics, pop it with trainers. I'm even thinking this piece, because it has got longer sleeves, you could definitely transition this when it starts getting colder again. So with brown boots, a brown coat, maybe even like an underlayer as well for that extra warmth. I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. It's kind of that kind of crepey, summery material, if you know what I mean, but definitely one that you can wear, like I said, coming into autumn as well, because it is those colours. But I love brown, it's a classic colour, you can wear it all year round. Okay then, so this brown dress, so I absolutely love it. I just know it's going to be one of those pieces that I just reach for again and again. It's a little bit more of a relaxed fit than I expected, so if you do want it to be a little bit more tight fitting, I would actually recommend going down a size. But it's going to be lovely if you're just going on picnics, you're really nice and covered. And I think there's something about the check print at this time of year, I don't know, it just feels so fresh, even though this is in a darker colour. So very happy with this one. When you first put it on, you will think, oh my god, this hasn't got any shape. But as soon as you do the tie waist, it just looks amazing. It just cinches everything in. Obviously you could add a different belt if you wanted to, and it's nice that it's also got pockets. So if you're just kind of like, you know, waiting around for the kids, maybe you're at football, or maybe you just have to stand on the sidelines, I don't know, it's nice to put your hands in the pockets, isn't it? So yeah, very lovely dress. I really like the part around the bottom. I think it just adds a really lovely feminine element, and I think my favourite way to wear this is actually just with a little cardigan over the top, which is the way that I'll probably wear it sort of spring and summer, actually even leading into autumn. Did go with the boots, liked it with the boots as well, so yeah, big thumbs up from me for this dress. So this top is a little bit of a curveball for me, not in terms of colour because it is green, it is my favourite colour, but I have nothing like this in my wardrobe. I've never had anything like this in my wardrobe, but the model on the website totally sold it to me. So it's this green floaty top, it's got these elasticated sleeves, and it's kind of this natural like linen-y kind of material. Now the good thing about this, it is double lined, so you've got this sort of thinner fabric on the outside, and then you've got like I would say it's probably slightly thicker, that's satin fabric. It might even be the same. I think it's still going to be quite cool, although again it's going to be quite covered. And for me, I am very fair and I have to be very careful in the sun, and I don't like exposing my skin too much either, so tops like this are absolutely perfect for me. And I was even thinking, I don't think I'll be going on a broad holiday this year, but if you are, could you imagine this with just some shorts on? Oh, just go around the pool, particularly as well if you're going to say like somewhere like the Canary Islands where it's still breezy, isn't it? And I always feel the chill, especially in the evenings. You could definitely dress this up with like a nice white A-line skirt or something. So thought this was gorgeous. Pair it with some gold jewellery, and I think these sorts of tops, I don't even think you have to go for the dainty gold jewellery. If you're on holiday, you want to dress up more, you could definitely go for some really gorgeous gold bangles, especially if you're somebody who can tan really lovely, or if you've got that olive skin. This top is going to look absolutely gorgeous. Mind you saying that, I do think green is a great colour for everybody, and it is longer as well. And that's another thing I like about M&S, is that the tops are usually full length. I do feel like with some of the cheaper stores, they go for the crop tops, which fantastic when you're young. I've had 2 kids now, I don't want my tummy or torso to be on show, and I really appreciate a longer top that I can choose to tuck in if I want to. So yeah, got another gorgeous piece. I absolutely love this green top. In fact, I didn't expect to like it as much as I do, because it's bigger. I was a little bit worried that it was going to make me feel bigger, but no, it's just so floaty and lovely. And I think all these like lovely creases in it, it just falls so beautifully. And I think that's the thing with how M&S cut their dresses and their tops, and the fabric that they use, you don't have to worry that it's going to cling to you in all the wrong places. I mean, even that blue dress at the start, even though it was a little bit tight for my tummy, I was comfortable wearing it because the way the fabric just kind of like goes over it, it isn't really like holding on to all those like problem areas that we might have. And this top just fits absolutely gorgeous. It's going to be so comfy, and if you're not a fan of your arms but you know you're going to be out somewhere warm, this is going to be a really nice top for you. Now you could also wear this one, by the way, off of the shoulder. I didn't do that in the charm clips because I've only just thought of it, to be honest, but you could even wear this one off the shoulder if you like that. To be honest with you, I found off the shoulders a little bit uncomfortable, so I'd actually prefer to wear it up, and I just feel like it gives this like lovely like Greek god effect. I think it's all these creases here. I love it. I love how like ballooned the sleeves are. It's a very statement piece, but it doesn't feel too out there. So if you want to have a little bit of a wow factor, but you don't want to wear like a really bright colour or a really big print pattern, this is a great top for you. This is fantastic. I absolutely love it. Definitely a keeper. And then before we move on to any other clothing items, I just want to show you the accessories that I picked up because I think you would have seen these several times already. The first one is this pair of lovely brown kitten heeled, slightly pointed toe shoes. I just think these are finished off lovely. Now these are £55, so they're a little bit more expensive. I think a great investment piece though, because you can wear these shoes to the office, you can wear them out. They're going to be comfy enough because they're not very high. If you do want to go shopping all day in these, it's a colour that's transitional, so you can wear it in spring, summer and autumn. Feet might be a little bit cold in winter, but if you have an office and you're only popping in and out of the car, you might be able to get away with it. Gorgeous. Now I want to say the colour brown is a really cool muted tone brown, and that's the good thing I think when you do invest a little bit more. Now in comparison, and I have worn these a lot, I've got some cheaper brown shoes. Can you see the difference in colour? Very orange, can actually be quite difficult to pair with. These, for example, will pair with a sort of more chestnutty brown, so with this bag, but will also pair with a darker brown, like on this dress. Now those oranger shoes will not pair as nicely with those, so I think these will actually cover more outfits, so highly recommend these. They do have padding in. Now I saw this bag, I couldn't resist it because I need a bigger bag now because my little one has transitioned out of nappies, so we no longer have the big bag full of nappies, etc. But I still need quite a lot of items, so I've gone for this one. Is it a bit of a risky colour having two kids? Yes it is. I've gone for the cream one. There is one in navy, and I will pop that up on the screen because I'm not sure you can see the beautiful detail that they've done on this bag. How gorgeous is that crochet? However, I just know that this cream is going to go with every outfit, and I'm going to wear this day to day. What I also like about it is, can you see at the bottom, it's got these studs so that I can pop it down, and especially with it being this colour, you know, it's not going to go too mucky hopefully on the bottom. I mean, it probably will a bit if we're being honest, but how gorgeous is that? I like the length of the strap. It's not too long where it's like hitting on your hip and it's uncomfortable, but it's not too short either where it's difficult to get on your shoulder. You can definitely wear this up on your shoulder or even in the like crook of your elbow if you're like me, and sometimes you've got something on your back, whether it's a rucksack because you've got the, you know, your nappy bag on, or you know, you're carrying loads of shopping. Yeah, you can wear it in loads of different ways, and also I think you could even wear it even as a short person like me, just in your hand as well. So yeah, this is going to be fantastic. Now I feel like the navy, I mean, you can definitely wear the cream one for it. I feel like the navy one looks a little bit smarter if you did want to wear that for work and pair it up with like your black smart trousers, navy smart trousers. Obviously you can do this as well, but I just thought this was absolutely gorgeous and I just couldn't resist the detail. It reminds me of a much more expensive book bag. Okay, so the next item is this gorgeous ribbed knit fine t-shirt. Now they did this, well, they did this style in the winter, however it was a long sleeved, and I got the cream and it was like a beige around the collar. Wore it to death. Honestly, I wore it so many times, so flattering, and because it's a fine knit, you don't have to iron it, which is what I love. I don't have time to be ironing things, particularly in the week, you know. I'm a mum full time, I work 4 days, I do, you know, I'm trying to keep up with friends, I'm trying to keep up with fitness, family, you know, I feel like having a young family, it's probably the busiest time of most people's lives. So items like this that I can just throw on, I know I'm going to look smart, I know it's not going to need ironing when it comes out of the wash, is absolutely perfect. Now this was the only colourway that they had in for this season. At the moment, I don't know whether they're going to bring out any more, and if they do, I'm going to be so tempted to buy them because I just know how good they work in my wardrobe. You can imagine this, throw on some jeans, you're going to look put together. Yeah, like I said, you can wear this to the office with smarter trousers. Maybe even if you've got like a nice black A-line skirt as well, this would look lovely. Feels really soft. The only thing was I wasn't sure whether this colour actually suited me, but I'll try it on and then I will let you know. But yeah, I just love how it's finished off. It's going to be a classic. You can wear this for years and years to come. I should have had more faith in this top. I absolutely love it. As I said before, I was a little bit apprehensive about the colour, but actually I think the colour is okay. I actually think it does suit my skin tone, which I was a little bit worried about. And there's something about a fine knit that fits well. I just feel so sleek, I feel so put together. And the good thing about fine knits is usually they don't need an iron. So if you've got a normal t-shirt, like a cotton t-shirt, they do need a steam or an iron. This you can take straight out of the washer, hang it up, you'll be fine. Or put it in the tub or whatever, you'll be absolutely fine. Love it with the wide leg black trousers. This is definitely something I'm going to be wearing to work. I think I'll be wearing this a lot outside of work as well. It just fits gorgeous. The sleeves as well are a little bit longer, so if you don't like your arms, you're nearly covered down to your elbow. They're not the ones that come all the way up here. It fits lovely. M&S just know how to do it. Love the collar, love the trim, that it's trimmed in black. Yeah, this is like the perfect sort of everyday knitwear top. Now what I am going to say is, I've got a window here, and having looked at it now I'm up closer, you can see this sort of like the outline of my bra. In real life, you can't really see that. One, I probably need a better fitting bra, that's probably number one. But two, I think sometimes the way that the camera exposes things makes it look worse. You cannot see this. Yeah, you cannot see this in real life. I'm just double checking for you. You cannot. So yeah, really love this top. It's a gorgeous colour. Now, I was absolutely gutted last year when I couldn't get my hands on this. So I've got in early and I've got the denim, light denim, midi skirt. And I just think this is absolutely gorgeous. Now, I had maxi skirts last year, which I did wear a lot. So I know that I'm going to get my money's worth out of this. This is a 10. My workplace is a little bit more relaxed, so I actually think I could get away with this as long as the slit isn't too high. However, this is just a great everyday mum item. Again, it's not going to be too short if you've got to pick your little ones up, they've dropped something, etc. And I just love this light blue for this time of year. Again, I love light blue. I feel like it makes my blue eyes pop. It makes me look more awake. And yeah, it's really lovely. It's a thick denim, but it's not too thick. Hasn't got loads of stretch in it, so I've gone for the 10, not the 8, because I have, like I said, got a bit of a mum tum after having my 2 babies. And I just feel like it's going to go with so much. You can layer these up, and then in the evening, if you just want to throw a long cardigan over the top. Yeah, gorgeous. You can wear this to barbecues, parties. Do you know where you want to be dressed up, but not too overly dressed up? It's a nice kind of in-between piece. So let's talk about this denim skirt. It's absolutely lovely. I love the shade of blue that they've gone for. It's just perfect for this time of year. It goes lovely if you're dressing it down and dressing it up. The slit, by the way, isn't too high. It's literally, well, where's my knee? It comes above my knee, but the way that they've done the slit is kind of like it closes in on itself. It's not one of those slits where it like opens up. So you're definitely going to be safe. And because the fabric is a bit heavier on a windy day, I wouldn't worry too much with this one. It is lovely. I can't wait to wear this. I just know it's going to be an item that I grab every day. And it's also, because of that slit, for a midi skirt, you still got quite a bit of movement. Some midi skirts you feel like you've got to do like tiny little penguin steps. This one, because of that slit, you've got plenty of movement. But like I said, you're not going to be showing loads of leg, okay? You're literally going to see like a strip. It's perfect. The way that they've done it is perfect. And also, there's enough space for my mum tum in here. I would say go for your regular size on this one. Yeah, really lovely. I would say there's not loads of give though, so if you are in between sizes, maybe size up or try both, see what works best for you. But yeah, absolutely loved it. I wanted to try a little bit of a different item, and I've gone for this gorgeous kind of organza top. In fact, it might even be, yes it is, the same print as the dress. Clearly I'm drawn to that print. Very pretty for spring and summer. And it's kind of like a cream overlay with like a pink like vest underneath. Can you see it's got this gorgeous pink satiny material underneath, and I just think it gives it a lovely hue. So this is something different, but at this time of year I thought we're all going to barbecues, high teas, summer parties, whatever we've got going on. Sometimes we just want to feel a little bit dressed up, even if we're going on a date night, you know, maybe you go for a few drinks in the evening. I thought this is a great sort of jeans and t-shirt, even the midi skirt actually, and yeah, like a denim and gorgeous top sort of vibe. Loved the sleeves on this, they look like they're going to be really puffy. It's floaty, it's feminine, but yeah, something different. I've got nothing like this in my wardrobe, and I thought, well, let's give it a go. And I thought maybe we can pull out the blues and also pull out the pinks, and hopefully we can make an outfit out of both of those colours. So this lovely organza top, I think the material type just makes you feel lovely, pretty and feminine, because it's got these really gorgeous puffy sleeves as well. I feel like you've gone back in time. I'm not sure if they do a dress in this. I feel like they might do. I'm really glad they actually put a pink cami top underneath here, because I wouldn't have thought of pairing this with, say, the pink shorts that I put it with, but I actually really liked it like that. I think as well with this one, because it's actually a yellowy sort of cream colour, it might not be coming so much up of that on camera, but yeah, it's got this slight yellow undertone to it. I think you could actually get away with this as well, like a really lovely pale yellow skirt or something like that as well. So yes, really like this, very pretty. Another thing that I will mention though before I go is that the top itself only comes down to here, so it doesn't actually come past the hips. So you're definitely going to want to tuck this into something, and if you do, you want to make sure that the waistband is tight enough to hold the top in place, because you will be at risk of it coming up and out. And also, if you're a bigger busted lady, I would recommend sizing up, because there's not actually a lot of give in this when you're getting into the top. But if you're small like me, you've not been blessed in that department, then your normal size will be absolutely fine. But yeah, really gorgeous piece for summer. I definitely now need to be invited to loads more things, because I need to wear all of these lovely clothes. And then the final item is a classic but a goodie, and I feel like I've not had a smart pair of sort of creamy white trousers in my wardrobe that I've been fully comfortable in. So I've gone for a Marks and Spencer's pair, because you know what, I've had this style in the navy and they are one of my hardest working pieces in the wardrobe, and I thought, you know what, sometimes in summer I just want to wear something a little bit lighter to the office, so I've gone with this pair. It's a size 10 again for my tummy area. I really like how they've got it finished off with like the lines around here, sort of like on your waist area. Like I say, I've got a little bit of a tum, and I feel like they just help kind of distract. Even though it is over it, I feel like it just helps elongate, slims you down. And I thought this will go with all sorts. Although equally, I will be pairing this with some trainers and probably a shirt if you're like having a day like by the beach or something, and you want a nice outfit to just like walk around in, because again, being by the beach, it's more breezy. I will probably be wearing trousers and a longer sleeve top, unless obviously it's like a roasting hot day. But if you're on the cooler side like me, I feel like these are fantastic bows. So these are £29.50. They're always cut fantastic from Marks and Spencer's. I've gone for the regular leg, but one of the other things I do like about M&S is you do have that petite, regular and the longer length as well, because let's be honest, we're all different sizes and we all want clothes to fit us nicely, and the best way to do that is obviously get something that fits your length. So yes, really hoping these fit. They're tapered at the bottom. I didn't go for the wide leg in these because I wanted something a little bit more, well, a little bit less statement, I should say, and I thought this would go with a lot of the items that I've got in my wardrobe, and hopefully from this haul as well. And finally, the white trousers. Now, it's such a shame because they fit lovely, and do you know what, they feel like they'd be pretty comfortable as well, because I've got the navy ones in these, and like I said, I wear those all of the time. However, with the cream ones, I don't know if you can see it on the trial clips or on the camera, but you can see where the pockets are on the inside. Now if I remove this, it just makes it look so much better. So if you are going to go for these trousers, I would recommend going for them in the darker colours, because those navy ones get so much weight. You would have seen them so many times on my try-on clips with all different sorts of clothes. And I love this colour because, to be honest with you, I felt like this outfit I could do with a yacht with the blue and the white. I love blue and cream together at this time of year. I just think it looks so fresh. They feel comfy, they fit everywhere, fit nice everywhere else, the bum, the tum, but it's just just seeing those pockets for me that just detracts from the trousers a bit. So yeah, just bear in mind. To be fair, it is harder for me to get lighter coloured trousers fit. I am a pear shape, and maybe if they weren't so tight around the top you wouldn't see it as much, so maybe actually sizing it up would help, but then I feel like I'd lose the shape on the tum and on the bum as well, and also the legs fit really lovely. So yeah, just a shame about these ones, but still would recommend these trousers either in navy or black. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you did. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in my next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.